What's going on? Welcome to the Truth Channel, where I tell the truth. Nothing but the truth, just to piss the devil off. How y'all doing? Hope everything's going good, man. Appreciate y'all. As always. A little warm, but shit. I had to get out and take me one, man. For real. Ah, man. Hope everybody's all right, man. Everything's well with y'all. You know, I always thought, man, and I think, you know what I'm saying, people, like-minded people like y'all and people, just anybody that really connect with you, they always at a distance. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why. You think that's strategically done. Like somebody truly connect with you, but they across the world or something like that. They never close. You know what I'm saying? And then you think to yourself, then you think about it, and you be like, okay, well, they got all chosen one spread out, state to state. You know what I mean? You might have a few in one state and whatnot, but the more you have spread out, the more the word can get out, and the more healing can happen. You know what I mean? So I try to look at it that way. You know what I mean? It's a positive thing. You know, we spread out. The more we spread out, the more we can heal each area and get everybody to wake up. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that. But uh, and a lot of things, man. I'm tell you something. Don't don't it turn out like that? That what happens to you happens for you, no matter what it is. You expect it always to be good though. But a lot of times, some bad things happen for you. You know what I mean? It happens to you, but it happens for you at the same time. That breakup you had happened to you, and it may have damaged you, but it ended up happening for you because look how far you might have went after it, or the job, or anything that you had that you took a loss, but you gained a lot after the aftermath of that. It's like sometimes people actually free you from things. You might be angry, but you realize it, and you grateful for it because some people in the world only get with people just to have somebody to tie them down. You know what I mean? They don't have no intentions of changing, nothing. They just want to have somebody living with them. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But what happens to you happens for you. It happens to you, but it happens for your growth, for you to be able to not make that same mistake. It happens for you to learn. So anything that you have come across in your life that's been damaging to you, I guarantee you learned from it and it made you a better person. So it happened for you as well as to you. You know what I mean? You take that's what irritates most of the people that love to see you suffer and love to see you down because you don't stay down. You understand what I'm saying? You don't stay down. And that's what people don't like. And you always turn it into your favor. That happened to you, but you made it work for you because you chose to move on and you chose to do better. And now all you got is eyes on you trying to watch what you're doing to be nosy because you had to make a cleaning. You know what I mean? Clean out what you need to clean out. You know, when they say clean your life up, that ain't always about yourself. You got to clean out what you got around you that you know ain't gonna never, you know what I mean, really rock with you or whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man. You make things, you make anything negative into something that works for you, man. Every time. Pain to power. You experience heartache, then you experience happiness. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be done to you that's horrible. That in the end that you ain't gonna get all everything that you need from going through that. You know what I mean? It just that's why you always have children who've been molested or orphaned, grew up in the system. They always end up being something. You understand what I'm saying? All of everything that they've been through, they end up turning it into something. They got a story to tell because they made it out of something. What happened to them happened for them because it made them strong and made them able to move forward and not to let anything that has happened to them make them just destroy their life to the point where they just completely stop loving, stop giving, stop believing in God, stop doing everything. Because that's ultimately what all of it's for, is to turn you away from the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? So real talk, baby. But I want to talk about this. I want to talk about sibling rivalry. I want to talk about that because I feel like a lot of times sibling rivalries are created by parents because sometimes because every child may be different, but it's not everybody can be treated the same. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes sibling rivalries are not like that. They're created by the siblings themselves. Sometimes because everybody everybody wants to turn out to be better than somebody, and when the true context of family, because sometimes in a lot of people cases, man, in a lot of people cases, man, nobody but family. When you fall off, man, what's the faces you see? Pay attention to that. It's family, then it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It, pay attention to the faces you see, because I guarantee you see the same faces every time. You could probably depend on your family, but you can't depend on your friends. Everybody's situation different. You know what I mean? Straight up. But if you a good-hearted person like you, I guarantee you have always made sure that you let everybody know how grateful you are. Empaths do that. So there is. I don't understand why that happens, but it happens. Everybody want to be better to please mama or to please dad or to be looked upon as more in the family. When I feel like a true unit of family would never have that in their mind. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't like your family, or everybody ain't like my family. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not always issued by the mother, by the father. It's not always their fault. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may have some siblings will always look at you as maybe competition, or I want to always have more than him, or I want to always have more than her. You know, some people are just like that, and you can't do nothing to change that. You know what I mean? So you can't focus. You can't. You have to focus on you, concentrating concentrating on being better than someone else is taking the focus off of you being better anyway. You putting your time and energy into measuring yourself up with somebody else. You falling off track with what you're trying to do. That's you defeating the whole purpose of what you're trying to do. Are you doing it for you, or are you doing it for them? Because you making them the issue. You making them the primary goal. You not doing it for you no more. You doing it out of competition. You doing it out of spite. You doing it out of, oh, I have to make sure. I always want to know. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people around the world probably got people like that. And you never know. People don't think that you could get to this point where you understand spell work and everything. How magic can be in the air. How you can have everybody at a job or people around you just all of a sudden treating you like something. That's because somebody deliberately wants them to feel this way about you because they disdain and have so much ill will towards you that they need everybody else to feel that way. That is a narcissistic tactic. You understand? I need everybody to look at you like I look at you and get away from you. You know what I mean? So it's like it's straight. It just, uh, what I finna say. And another thing, you know what really, 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 really gets to people, y'all? Because you have survived things that people came before you didn't survive. They may have broke down mentally from being gang stalked. They might have had family or everybody turn on them and they just committed, the S word. Or people just, you survived a system attack. You understand what I'm saying? Still, a lot of us still walking around, been on the watch list. We still walking around, we still talking, we still teaching. You have survived things that others came before you didn't. Your mama or that's not living no more, or your daddy, they probably went through this. They You probably had people that came before you that their own family put it in this program that sponsored the gang stalker or the government or anybody. They didn't make it. Or they was around people who didn't mean them no good, didn't know it, but they thought they were safe and didn't make it. Somebody you smoked, they hit you with fentanyl, you made it, but somebody before you didn't. Your homeboy at a party got poisoned, he didn't make it. You know what I mean? It's just come on, man. You done made it through things people before you didn't make it. For every generation, it's gonna be a stronger ancestor. For all the years and all the torture that your loved ones before you has endured, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna be hell, and they're gonna break that. They're gonna be here if you don't do it when you started, somebody after you gonna do it. And that's the reason why a lot of children are targeted. Watch the people. Watch who got pictures of who. How many pictures they got of this person? It seems petty, but it's the truth. They got 5 or 6 or 7 pictures of this child, but only got one of this child. That child's the target to do what? To be crossed over into what? The secret society, which do what? Have no limits. Sometimes it ain't even about that. It's about anything, any club. You meet somebody, and if you understand you own your spiritual game, you know if you meet this person and they part of something, they ain't got no limits. You ain't gonna be just sleeping with them. I'm sorry, I said it. Okay? Sue me. You ain't getting nothing. I'm just saying, man. I'm gonna tell it like it is. You don't need to meet or be with anybody if you don't know what they really like. If they just really like that. You gotta get some honesty, man. If you one of them ones that want to straight live by the rules of the Lord, not knocking what they live by, that's their choice. But if you somebody that now you just want, uh, you want to meet somebody that's never crossed that. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So, but I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and relax, man. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me as always, man. It's your boy 2 1s. Put your ones in the air, baby. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what they look like. But anyway, uh, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Really, I really do love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to a big head country boy from Arkansas. I appreciate y'all. My ears are my angel wings. Flap, flap. Holla.